What's up, my jerkies? The Juggernaut here. Live on Madden 17 for it's Friday night football. Football. And it's the Patriots versus the Bills.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Fasten your seatbelts for one of the great divisional rivalries in the NFL. This is the first of two games between these teams this year, and you know it's going to be entertaining. It's the Bills going up against the Patriots. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great Bills and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their 6'3" quarterback, the former Wolverine at Michigan. It's Chad Henne.
Every time I prepare for a game and I look back and check guys' careers, and then you look back at their college days, it usually jumps off the page, their accomplishments and their statistics. Chad Henne, the career passing leader at the University of Michigan in yards and touchdown passes.
Now Henne firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Second down now after the pass completion. Henne. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Hey, let's check out the New England defense.
Cam Chancellor is one of the best safeties in the game, but with his linebacker size, that allows the team to use him wherever they want to make plays.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Room here to run. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Next time, don't run that damn ball, bitch.
Charles the low setback.
He coming to this.
Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. That one goes for 16 yards and sets him up first and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Antonio Gates, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick, taking it about, now a hit, and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Hey, got that bitch back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. Now a former Tar Heel, Giovanni Bernard. And his first carry, he loses the football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So the Patriots coming out now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Assault.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Paul Warlow. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out come the Bills. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll run here. This is James starts. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us,
when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Mike Mitchell coming up from the secondary to make the stop.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
To throw is Brady. Finds his target. It's Gates. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down.
Do you get the sense, Brandon, that people are trying to retire Antonio Gates? They keep thinking this is almost the end of the line, and then he keeps making catches like the one we just saw there.
He's the old reliable, you're right, just one of 9 players in the NFL with 100 or more touchdowns. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
I want pleasure in the train. How you doing?
Again here on 2nd and 10. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. A 1st down carry here for Charles. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and try to attack that way.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jameis Olawale, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Brady's going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there. It didn't affect. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run again with Bernard. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 3rd down, 15 yards still needed.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, bitch.
Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now we get our first look at a guy who's been around the block a time or two. He will not be rattled today.
And that changes things for a defensive coordinator because normally when you get the young guys, you get the rookies, you throw all the exotic blitzes at them and looks they haven't seen. But this guy, he's seen it all.
Oh, shit, Sherlock.
Play 20.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Buying time to his left. Caught by Gates, left side. They'll get 17 yards there. And that's good for New England, first down. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
On the counter, it's Charles. And some room to roam now. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the Now Brady throwing on second down.
He's going to
fire one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
4 down. Alert. Wait, 20.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. It's caught on the right side, it's Smith. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And here's a look at the starting offense. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Wait, 20.
Brady to throw on second down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
It's okay.
Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
Fuck them motherfuckers.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Alert. 3 down. 20. 29. Out.
Throwing is Brady on third down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendall Wright, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Whoa.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he loses the football a second time. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury spot. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
On second down, here's Brady. This will be caught at about the 6. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Got to give credit where it's really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
31.
Boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Henning. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Curley. Oh, look at the juke. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Patriots. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's
They
that's
count on
really a
the
chip
damn
shot,
points.
right?
That's anything inside
All the
40.
time
Yeah,
they're
they've been
counting on
counting
the
on
damn
that
points.
going through the
It's
post.
22 to
But we've
22.
seen it happen to
Or
teams
22 to
before.
25.
Some of the best kickers in the
22
world can miss
to
kicks
30.
like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Antonio Gates, the veteran tight end, was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. They're able to locate Wilson. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
I think he's gunned down a few guys.
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And now we're
There's
gunning
coverage to
down
the
the
tight end,
motherfucking
and
bill.
I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And the same guy got
For a Patriot touchdown. Jameis Olawale with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots
that
add
was
on to the
because
lead.
there's the same
So a one-handed
motherfucker
grab in
hit
the
you
end
a
zone.
second
Nothing much more
motherfucking
rewarding than
time
that for a
on the
guy
same
catching it.
Not
motherfucking
at all.
play.
And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. And he's got it up and through.
I know.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
When we did DeMarcus Ware's games in Dallas, did we spend most of the time talking about him rushing the passer?
We did, and how about now?
Oh, boy, he's expanded his game in a big way. Really does a great job in the run game now, using his length, using his leverage to hold the point of attack and make plays as we just saw there.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
19.
Now starts. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
When I see Cameron make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. Getting to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an all-pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now. Oh, he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
He just came out of nowhere.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Here's Beasley. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look
stop Antonio Gates at
And that
some
was
point in
amazing
time,
because
man.
that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Brady. Wide open receiver complete. A very solid gain of 27.
I got to stop Antonio Gates at some point in time now. Come on.
1 quarter down. The Patriots here have the early lead. And we'll return to Foxborough after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Here's Charles. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Paul Warlow in to make the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Going to throw deep for, and this is Cole. Touchdown, Patriots. Torrey Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are pouring it on. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Vinatieri now for the point after.
That bully going on.
And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The D for the Pats. The Patriots heading back onto the field now. They forced a big swing. They had the safety last time that led to a touchdown. They've got a lot to build on.
That's a pretty good sequence, too, isn't it? Defensively, force a safety. Then you got to give up. They've got to free kick it, right? And the offense takes that momentum. And
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. 23 yards on the play. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Look sick. Hey, dog. Where do you
try again on second down?
Exaggerate.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
So 10 points, I am still.
Well, they have the yards anyway, so they're going to decline the penalty. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this is caught by Gates for a New England touchdown. Antonio Gates, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Patriots continue to roll. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
I got this 45-0.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
5-0. I got
As they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
I'm not going to get hit. I might as well throw it deep.
Now Henning. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Henning, and he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense,
Antonio Gates is fucking blazing their ass.
you see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game.
How they finally going to double team his ass
how do we
properly?
take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up
Celebrate,
with. I think
bitches.
pressure is always the
45-0.
first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady out to his left. Oh, he'll try a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so. They need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal.
That'd be
Some tough spots.
I was
It's the
about
old
to say,
adage,
kick that
when you get
shit
another
off.
chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Again, here's Bernard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
It needed to be a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. You ever notice that when Tom Brady does get hit and drop to the ground, there's some guys back to him pretty quickly to check on his health, aren't there?
That's exactly right. For as much as he throws, doesn't take a lot of square shots, but took one there.
He's really smart in the pocket, isn't he? Even out of the pocket, he understands where the pressure's coming from. He senses people. You're exactly right. Doesn't take too many direct ones, but that one had to hurt.
10 yards to go on 3rd.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And that will be incomplete as well. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
Not only was that a 3 and out, it was their 3rd straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of the playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Holding offense.
Oh, bring that shit
holding
back,
by the
bitch.
offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Here's Bernard. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense that won that one. Come back and get them the next time. An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Gives it to the fullback. This is Kuhn. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Patriots take over.
Bills the one that are trash. Vernon Davis's touchdown record.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field.
The
last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked up 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And boy, they've really played well attacking the football. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. To throw, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon.
And oh, my goodness, he loses it again.
Wow, that ball is not free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Holding offense.
So off.
Still 3rd down.
Ray Cloud is living. 30-28. 30-28.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. So the false start will back.
Hold on, before we see all that shit. Well, who down? Oh, Billy. Oh, shit, Chan Henny. Oh, shit. Quadricep strain. Ooh. Quad strain. Ow.
5.
False start. Offense.
My motherfucking legs hurt.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down.
33.
And here is motion again. And that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start. Offense.
Ryan. Peace.
Still 3rd down.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
False start. Offense.
Damn. Third and 43. Holy shit. Hey,
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And here's motion again. And that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start. Offense.
Damn. 3rd and 48.
Webb now. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole that we're trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now it's Curley. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
And so a big story here. Tom Brady off to the sidelines. And they'll hand things over to their backup quarterback and task him with preserving this lead. Following the penalty, here's Charles. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Throwing now is Breeze. That is caught at the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Another bit.
Breeze now.
Hold on. It's Breezy.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense. All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Breeze now to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught by Gates. Touchdown, New England. Antonio Gates on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots are pouring it on. So not only is that his third touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
Who is after Drew Brees anyway? That's what I want to know.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And making their way back out there now, the Patriots defense. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones that are on the NFL nowadays. I'm glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Red zone opportunity.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On second down, here's Breeze. Rolling to his left. That's caught at the 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw. Now Breeze lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here come the Bills. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
What y'all gonna do with that?
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit.
Bernard churning, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
We just saw nuggets have with how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence, because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And with that penalty, the offense in a tough spot here, 3rd and 13. Here's Webb. Nowhere to go. He lost the football, and it's picked, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Webb now. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll try again with the arm. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who caused it up and say, geez, what did he do? But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free, creating something good for your team.
46 motherfucking time. Fuck. Y'all still giving this motherfucker the goddamn ball.
So the Patriots coming out now, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And now we'll see if they can make it less difficult for themselves on this drive.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end...
And this is caught by Gates for a Patriots touchdown. Antonio Gates on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots continue to roll. Vinatieri now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half.
6-0.
They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Animal cruelty, baby.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get
give him the
yourself
ball
set to
no
play
more.
defense. But when you turn it over,
That
it changes
time.
momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way
Then they
around.
get
You're
off
hungry to
his-
get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Here we go on 1st and 15. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
20.
Start offense.
I got 55 seconds. Y'all should not be doing that shit.
And here's motion again.
Man,
And
why are
that's
you
gonna be
hard
2 in a
counting your
row.
own team, dude?
False start offense.
Hard counting your own motherfucking team.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The hook up here to Harry Douglas. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Ah, they
Now
called
hold
a
everything here. We're
timeout.
going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
It ain't hard count. They just decided to try to go on their own. Stupid shit. Oh,
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
False
How y'all
start
doing this? See, y'all
offense.
said they are fucking their own selves up.
And here's motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row.
Yeah, they fucking themselves up. Shit.
Offense.
Making it 22.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Look at the big man rumble. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and
they
taking it
getting
the other
straight
way and
wool.
putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT.
Shit.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. And you can bet they're preaching for. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure,
I didn't do no
if
fucking
something
roughing the
goes
passer.
wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the
Hang
second
that shit
half.
up.
Managing risk, this is a big
Hang
decision
that
here.
shit
That's
up.
going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start offense.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
going to get there. Down he goes. Rob Ninkovich in there to drop him for his 5th
25.
sack of the year. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Patriots have been careless with the football, but it hasn't mattered. The Bills are getting blown out right now, even with all the turnovers they've forced. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Following the forced fumble, Gates has got nobody around him on the catch, and after the short pass, he'll score. Now following the fumble, under duress and the pass is picked off. Bills defense forces the turnover. Patriots with the ball midway through one. Wright's wide open, able to make the grab, and that goes as a 10-yard touchdown. Patriots up now by 22. End of the first quarter. Brady's got the completion here, and he finds his mark for the score. Patriots push the lead to 29. Patriots lined up at the 28. It's Torrey Smith found here on the quick pass, and it ends up working for a touchdown as the blowout is on. Now 1st and 10, the pass ends up being picked off. Lane's happy to come away with the pick, ending the drive. Offense out now following the INT. Nice work to make the catch in double coverage, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score as they continue to dominate. Patriots have it at the 7. Gates is able to get open here, and this play will go for 6. The Patriots continue to dominate. Following the forced fumble. Offense out now after the fumble. Gates the catch coming across the middle, and it ends up working for a touchdown as they continue to dominate. Final seconds in the first half. So that's it for us at the EA.
Right back, guys.
To Gillette Stadium for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
They want to try to
Today's
shut down
NFL, these
Gates.
big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Pass interference. Defense.
So pass interference, partner with all the rule changes. It is hard to be a defender in the pass game.
Brandon, is tough in college. It's a lot harder in the NFL. You can't touch him after 5 yards downfield. You can't touch him while the ball's not in the air. You can't touch him at all until the ball is at the receiver's hands. Very difficult to be a defender in today's NFL. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This throw caught right around the 6. 23 yards on the play. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They'll let Charles try and get him in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Pass interference. Offense.
What?
So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets
under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Paul Kruger in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure.
And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Shit.
Drew Brees. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Patriots are pouring it on.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Took out 2 of my motherfucking corners. I took out both my fucking things.
Can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
They took out both my motherfucking
The kicking unit
things.
out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this will wind up being a poor decision to bring it out as he's out of bounds shy of the 20. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see
Fumble the ball. 6 fumble the damn ball.
Some teams sprint
6
to start a half.
motherfucking time.
Other teams just go,
Why are
okay,
they
these are the
still
sequence of plays we want
running
to
the
run.
damn
These things
ball?
worked well for us. And sometimes they
Why
throw
they
in that
run
big
the damn
chunk
ball
play
still?
right away.
Period.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games, that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific.
Damn, out for the game. Oh, bitch. They took out both motherfucking starters. Took out both motherfucking thieves.
Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score.
Drew
They know the
Brees
situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Another pistol look here.
That was a hold on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Shrugs the tackle. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
All right, partner, this is where I get to show my age. Because I remember when the strip sack kind of came into vogue, where defenders were taught not just to make the tackle, but do that little extra, try and jostle the arm of the runner and not get free. That's what we just saw there.
Offense.
Oh, y'all down by 78 even.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation.
Y'all are too far away from the damn first down.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
And Antonio Gates back into the motherfucking game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
That was their whole motherfucking play. Get Tom Brady
Here we
out.
go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10.
Brees out.
Now
They start
Dicer.
right
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Now I can't do shit. I can't do shit on offense.
Really
now.
nice play by the guys on the
cannot
defensive
do
side of the ball,
shit.
but for the guys on the offensive
liable
line,
to
they're
come back
doing a
if they
nice
try-
job of trying to
they try to
protect their
fuck
passer.
me up
But when a
on
guy
fucking
hops in the
DP.
air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and
They
grab
ain't
him.
gonna
That'll be a
fuck me up
holding
on
penalty.
DP.
So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him,
they,
make some type of contact.
Now
They did
a
it.
hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning out to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there. And try to slow
Antonio
them down.
Gates. He ain't the whole motherfucking team.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Antonio Gates is being right now.
Antonio Gates with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And the Patriots continue to roll. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The steal a few yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. Coughs up the football. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. And that touchdown catch, Charles, it breaks the single-game record for receiving touchdowns.
And what a perfect match. A quarterback who loves to throw it and a receiver who knows how to go out and get them. A brand-new record established today, and all these fans who are on that side are going to go home happy.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good.
92-0.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
And
he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Pitch a fucking shutout like this on the street.
And the Bills' offense comes out ready to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. Just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field.
Poor punter.
It wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Webb now. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
Oh, starts lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
They giving this
the psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Shit.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Over the middle to Smith. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure,
he's going to continue to pick them apart because
you have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Jeremy Curley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the first defensively leads to 6 points for the Patriots. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage looked defensively. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
They are not stopping Antonio
Gates. Setting the NFL mark with his 7th touchdown of the game. And the Patriots are throwing it on. And the lady is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflating.
Starks finally did not fumble.
Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Surveying the field. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there, a 22. And now a first down following that long gain.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Bernard churning, and he lost the football.
He can be 6'6". He can be a 6'6" target. Shit.
So they
They still ain't
escaped,
gonna
so
give
to
him
speak,
105
maintaining the
points.
football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
2 Patriots there to bring him down. So this is the second consecutive week, as you look at the numbers, that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know
no,
about?
it's
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Carruthers coming in to drop him for a loss of 8.
There's an injury
and it'll be
that
4th
you
down.
don't know.
There's Britton Colquitt now, as
It's
he's
an
on
injury
to
to
punt
his
for Buffalo.
ego, his pride. He has a fractured motivation. Fractured his motivation.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line,
Ow.
and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
They were all over the damn football, as you saying they are.
The Patriots send out their
They would
punter
have 105
as he's on here to
points.
punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A fight for the
Fucking
football. It's
A.
intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time definitely to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 2.
They're gonna run this
When
ball
you put
until
together
the
a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent
run
game.
play. Oh, no,
Here's
it's not run play for once.
It's caught. Shepard. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination.
And he loses the football the 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
Now what? Now what? Now
And it's
what?
a huge return as he brings us all the way back down. Like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
I ain't gonna start on my defense.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Antonio Gates has been a baby all game long.
Now Dicer. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were looking to go back to Gates, and that'll bring up second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
I'm doing to see ourselves.
Let's field it a few yards into the end zone.
He done did it.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do a lot better than they did on the last
possession. Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Webb now, and Anderson's got it. Anderson loses the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. Automatic first down.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive...
Okay. Hold on.
Hey, babe, look what I found. But it's a whole thing. Ooh, wait, I have an idea. Just a second.
Guys have been talking about is we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end Gates, and that takes us from second to third down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
They'll look to throw here. They're looking to go back to Gates, and that brings up fourth down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That pass interference, though.
Pass interference. Defense.
Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to hit the receiver.
I think I'm
when
going
the
to
ball
Antonio
arrives,
Gates. I'm sorry, I got a
bit early on that one.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Torrey Smith with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A chance for us to get a glance at this Patriots defense. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Oh, now y'all want to fight?
Here's Webb. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they want to fight now.
And that's how you throw a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that cat?
Excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
I got 13 fucking minutes.
This is starts.
See how I do something.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Now they want to start fighting.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
A run here for Starks. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So on 4th down, Rex Ryan will send in the field goal unit. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play.
Oh, wow, they have 3.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
You say dang.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Hell yeah.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then. But go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Now Dysert. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, I'm guessing that's not quite the formula his coach wants him to follow. Big lead, and go ahead and take a chance. Take a risk. Throw one up for grabs. That's not really what he's looking for, I don't believe.
Yeah, you would think with that lead here in the second half, a little bit more conservative.
Yeah, I mean, when you look down the sidelines, did you see the look on the head coach's face? I mean, what was that? Let's not do that anymore.
A long way to go for the offense here on 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in there.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah,
and now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Reload.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative. The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
Webb now. And Anderson's got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. Third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's caught. Shepard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll give the Bills a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
False start, offense.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
False start, offense.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack. Watch the slack. Hey, 86. He's a sneaky guy. Watch out for 86. Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
False start, offense.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack.
At 19.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So the Patriots coming out now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
3rd down and 1.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left.
Give to Nikita.
Here's a give to Whitlock, the fullback. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Finally got an answer for me.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Gates, the intended receiver there, and it's third down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Hey, come on, get that glorified wide receiver.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vontez Burfict from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. And the seemingly endless drive continues. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not a...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Marcus Wheaton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots continue to roll.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune. At this
she left scales way behind. But he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
The New England defense gearing up to take the field. Got that fumble recovery last time when it looked like they might give up points. It actually ended up yielding points for them on the offensive end.
It's a pretty good swing, isn't it? Maybe you're going to give up a touchdown. Instead, you score a touchdown. Great swing, great momentum changer for your team.
And they'll be looking to build off that momentum on this drive.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set them back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Here's Webb. Douglas with a grab over the middle. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Wide open receiver complete.
Better be fucking old, man.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Really?
Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know quarterbacks, they're very protected.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
Webb now. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on the...
Hold on.
Now this would be cool. Just because... Here, I'll explain in a second.
Damn.
What?
Play, and it's a second down.
I'm trying to collect. Let's go. 1-9.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
False start. Offense.
Watch 14. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
And here's motion again. And that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start. Offense.
You ain't doing nothing today. Watch left. Here we go. 1-9.
And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
False start. Offense.
All right.
Here we go.
This game is completely out of reach from the Bills.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down.
Come on, let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Kyle Williams, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
This is taken at the 15. Oh, the spin.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
All right. Gonna send this last few parts.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Patriots, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
Oh, that one's cool. Yeah, I don't know.
Damn, Tom Brady's out for 8 weeks. But that's gonna put a damper on shit. Yeah. But we still got Drew Brees.
Okay,
We still got Drew Brees.
Okay.
Well, peace out, folks. See y'all next time.